Hello everyone, myself Dr. Namta again, and I'm here to present before you again a session on questions on finite automata. So, as promised yesterday, I will not be wasting any time on theory because the concepts have already be clear by the previous three lectures that I have uploaded. So we will move directly to the questions. The first we will start with very basic questions, and then slowly and gradually I will move over to a bit harder questions, right? So first question is that you have to build a finite automata which accepts this language null. Now there are two ways by which a question can be given to you. It can be given to you in a statement form like construct a finite automata which accepts only the null string, or it can be written like this, that L is equal to null. L means the language. Language contains only the null string. Alright. So as told to you that a finite automata is defined by M is equal to Q sigma delta Q0 F. So you have to keep these components into mind when you are constructing a finite automata. Alright. So for a null string, some an automata will be made like this. Supposing this state is Q0, this state is the initial state, also this state is the final state. Now how it is accepting the null string? Because on initial state, if you give nothing, nothing means you're giving null, you remain on that particular state. There is no transition to any other state, right? On the input state, initial state, when we give null as an input string, we remain in that state. We are not traversing to any other state. So del of q0 null is equal to q0, and you can see that this q0 is also the final state. That means it belongs to f. Q0 belongs to f, and therefore we can say that null is accepted by this particular automata. Alright, so this is the finite automata for this particular language which accepts only the null string. You can see that no other language is being accepted, or no other string is being accepted by this particular finite automata. Alright, now we come to the second question. Second question is that L is equal to, say, A. L is equal to A means this language accepts only the string A. Supposing sigma is equal to AB, which is given to you, sigma will always be given to you, alright, but this language is accepting only the null string. That means from initial state you should be able to reach the final state by giving input A. So I make one state as the initial state, label it as Q0, and I make another state as the final state, label it as Q1. Give the input as A. Now what is happening is that on the initial state Q0, when you give input A, you are going to state Q1, and this Q1 belongs to F. That means this A is being accepted. I hope the things are getting clear to you, that how we are making the automata. These are very basic questions, and but these basic questions will be very helpful when we do complex questions. Alright. Third question, L is equal to A comma B. It means that this language accepts either the string A or it accepts the string B. That means initial state, if you give A, you should be able to reach the final state. If you give B, you should be able to reach the final state. So what we do is that you make this as the initial state. You have one final state, say you are calling it Q1. You can give A or you can give B over here. So you will not write AB. AB means the string AB. This AB means the string AB, and this A comma B means that either we give A or we give B. So on Q0 when we give A, you are reaching to Q1, which is the final state. On Q0 when you give B, you are reaching Q1, which is again the final state. The transitions will be written like this: del of Q0 A is equal to what? Q1, which belongs to F, therefore A is accepted, and del of Q0 pe you give input as B, you go to state Q1, which is again the final state. So this will also be accepted, B will also be accepted, and this is the automata which accepts either the string A or it accepts the string B. So any input symbols are given. So if it is given that L is equal to A comma B comma C, that means it accepts the string either A or B or C. So you will simply put a comma over here and put C. Alright, so this is how we can make finite automata for single length strings. Right, acceptance of single length strings. Now next question. Next question is L is equal to what? Null, A, double A, triple A, any number of A's. Any number of A's. So I have already told you the clean closure. So if can I write it as A star? Clean closure of A, that is A star. Null, A, double A. All symbols which will, all strings which can be composed from small a will come in this. So for this language in which I have written the strings can also be written in one word like this by means of one expression like this, which we call as the regular expression, which we will deal in the next coming lectures. Alright, so how you will make the finite automata for A star? That means it should accept 1A, 2A, 3A, 4A, infinite number of A's. So whenever the infinite comes into picture, remember that there will be a loop over there, self loop over there will exist. Alright, so you have a state q0. Alright, I make a it as this initial state as the final state also, because null string is there, and the finite automata, if you remember, for the null string which I made above is like this. See, this is the automata for null string. So the same automata I have made over here for the acceptance of null string. Now I want 1A to be accepted, 2A's to be accepted, 3A's, 4A's, any number of A's. So I will put a loop over here and write A over here. So this is the automata which accepts any number of A's. Either this statement, including the null string, either this statement will be given to you, or this language can be given to you, or this regular expression can be given to you. Now let us check the acceptance of some of the strings. You can very easily see over here that in state q0, if you give null, you remain on state q0, which is the final state, and therefore the null string is accepted. In state q0, if I give the input as A, you remain in this state. Again q0 is the final state, therefore small a is accepted. Right, now what about double A? I have to check the acceptance of double A. So we check it like this. q0, you have to check for double A. So first what we do, on q0 I give the first A. That means on q0 I give the first A. Whatever is coming, I will give the second A on it and apply the delta function again. So we write it like this, we break it like this. Now you solve it. It is del q0A is how much? It is q0. On q0 you are giving what? A. You remain in state q0, which belongs to F. Therefore double A is accepted. Right, now for your practice, for your understanding, I will just do for triple A as well. Del of q0 triple A. So first what will I do? On q0 I will give a first A. Whatever comes I will give double A on it. So you apply delta function. Right, solve it. Del q0A is how much? It is q0. You are giving what? Double A on it. Break it again. Now on q0 you will give the first A. That means del of q0 A. q0 A you have given. What is remaining? Small a. So I will again apply the delta function on it. So it becomes delta of del q0A. q0A is again, when you give A on q0 you remain in state q0. You give A again, you remain in state q0, and this belongs to F. Therefore triple A is accepted. Triple A is accepted. Right, so you can see that all those strings will be accepted if you can reach from the initial state to some final state after scanning that particular string W that is in the input. Yes, so from initial state, if by any means you are able to reach the final state in any number of steps after scanning this a particular string, then you say that that particular string is accepted. So from here we can define the language of finite automata. L. We denote a automata by M, so LM. Language accepted by finite automata. M is the set of strings W such that W belongs to what? Sigma star. Sigma star we have discussed yesterday. And delta of Q0 state pe, when you give input W, you should be able to reach some state, say QF, such that QF belongs to what? The set of final state. If by scanning the entire string you are able to reach any one of the final state, if there are more than one final states, in that case if you are able to reach any one final state, then also that particular string will be accepted. So the language accepted by finite automata capital M is defined as set of strings W such that this W will belong to sigma star. Sigma is the alphabet set which is given to you. Sigma star is the clean closure which includes the null string as well. So set of strings W such that W belongs to sigma star, and in state on state Q0 when you input W you should be able to reach some final state. Now W is what? W is a string. It is not a single character. So generally when we write a string over here, we can put a del cap over this delta. We can put a cap over this delta, and now it is called as del cap. Del cap Q0 W. Whenever a string is written over here, you can put a cap over here. It is called as del cap Q0 W is equal to QF such that QF belongs to F. So this is how we define the language of a finite automata, be it a NFA or be it a DFA. Right? So the next question that we come on to now is, which is the previous question that we have made for A star, right? So the next automata you have to make for, just like you have A star, you have A plus B star. A plus B star will contain strings because star is there, clean closure is there, so null string will be there. And all possible combinations that can be made of A and B. So A, double A, triple A, any number of A's. Then you have B, double B, triple B, and any number of B's. Then you have AB, BA, ABB, BAB, BABA, any string, possible string that you can think of any length that can be made from A and B. So if I translate it into a statement, the question will be given as set of all strings that can be made from the input symbols A and B including the null string. Right? So what I do is, since null is there, there will be tips and tricks that I will be giving you in between, that whenever a null string is there in any language, your initial state will always be the final state. Keep in mind that whenever null is in the language of the finite automata, initial state will be 100% become the final state. So I know that I have this as the initial state, right? So because null is there, I also make it as the final state. About the remaining strings, when it was A star, I gave A over here. When it is A plus B star, I will give A comma B over here. I will give A comma B over here. So let us check the acceptance of a string, say Q0 double A B. Please excuse me for the noise. Q0 double A B. Alright, so in Q0 first you will give A. So it will be del of Q0 A. What is remaining? AB is remaining. So I write over here and then again a delta function. Then Q0, when you give A, you remain on the state Q0 as you can see from the diagram. So you will write del Q0 A is how much? Q0, comma AB. Now I from AB first we give A to Q0. So it will be written like del of Q0 A. Whatever comes, I will give input B to it. So del Q0, when you give A on Q0, when you give A, you remain in state Q0. Now you give input as B. On Q0, when you give B, again you remain in state Q0, and this Q0 belongs to F. So that means from initial state we started the scanning. After a finite number of moves, after these many number of moves, I am able to reach the final state, right? Therefore, this string AAB belongs to the language of this machine. So you can check for yourself acceptance of any string of any length like this to check whether the automata that you have made is correct or not correct. Alright, so one more question. Now this is about clean closure. Now the next question is that you have to make a finite automata for L is equal to say A plus. What does A plus mean? A plus means the positive closure. All strings that were coming in A star will be coming over here, but the null string will not come, right? So it can be written as A, double A, triple A, any number of A's. No null string is there. So what is the minimum length string? A. How do I make for A? How do I make a automata for A? Like this. This is the automata for A. You label these states Q0 and Q1, right? So now you want 2 A's, 3 A's, 4 A's like this. So what I do is that I put a loop over here of A. Any extra number of A's that you require, you can take from this particular loop, right? So 1A is directly from initial to final you are reaching. For 2 A's, you are reaching to this state, and then the second A you can take from here, still you are in the final state. For 3 A's, 1A, 2A, and again repeat the loop 3 A's, and still you are in the final state, right? So what second trick of the day is that always you should see that what is the minimum length string in that particular language and construct the automata for it, and then you make modifications in that automata. So the last question for the day is that make an automata for L is equal to A plus B plus. A plus B plus. Earlier we had made for A plus B star, it is for A plus B plus. So what is the minimum length string over here? Null string will not be there. Apart from that, all strings will be there, which can be made from the combination of A and B, right? So again this is an infinite set. So A plus B plus. So minimum string is A or B because the length is 1, right? So first I make an automata for acceptance of A or B, which I have made earlier also. So it will be A comma B. Label the states Q0 and Q1. Now your string could begin with A, your string can begin with B. If you require more symbols, you can directly take from this part. So I put a loop over here. Right? So this now represents A plus B star, and you yourself can check the acceptance of any possible string that you can think of, which can be made from A and B, and check whether it is being accepted or not accepted. So in all these questions basically I have made transition diagrams only, and these transition diagrams can be very easily converted into transition tables. So this last question only I will convert into transition table. So it is Q0, Q1, initial state is marked by arrow, final state is marked by a circle, inputs are A and B. On Q0 when you give A, you reach Q1, Q0 you give B, you reach Q1, Q1 you give A, you remain in Q1, Q1 you give B, you remain in Q1. So this is how this transition diagram can be converted into this transition table. Similarly, you can convert all the transition diagrams into transition tables. So these are the few questions that you can practice for your proper understanding, and in the next lecture we will move on to a bit harder question. The questions will become complex, but we'll be doing ample number of questions so that the concepts are very clear to you. Thank you everyone.